Prefab is a term borrowed from structural engineering, or what is in India, or what was in India frequently called civil engineering. Prefab is the short form of prefabricated. A prefab building is a building not constructed on its site but assembled on its site after being constructed in a factory. A prefab building, also known as a modular building, is constructed in a factory, module by module, and the modules are assembled on the site. Not every prefab building is the same, because it is for the customer to decide what the modules are which should be integrated in order to create his building. A prefab building should be distinguished from a mobile building. A mobile building is fully constructed in a factory and transported to the site. A prefab building is only assembled on the site. It is not transported to the site. It is not constructed on the site. What has all this to do with your examination? The fact is that prefab is the master key to brilliant examination performance. You should create and master prefab modules and use the prefab modules to write your examination brilliantly. For example, you know that in a particular paper you will have to attempt annotation questions. You also know that these questions will come from the detailed text alone. The number of the detailed texts in every paper is limited. So you know the texts from which annotation questions can possibly be asked. You can prepare and master a prefab module to serve as the introduction paragraph of your annotation from a specific text. You can create and master another prefab module to be used as the comment paragraph of the annotation from that particular text. The moment you see the annotation passage and you identify that the passage is from that particular text, you can write your annotation by integrating the prefab module, the prefab introduction module, and the prefab comment module into your answer. So you write the prefab introduction module, then you explain the passage. Well, it's not a very difficult thing. It's an art, it's a science. If you know that the passage is from a particular text and you have some idea of the context of the passage, all you have to do is to focus critical attention on the passage itself. Is it a long passage or a short passage? What about the diction of the passage? What about the punctuation of the passage? What is the meaning that the passage is trying to convey? Is there more than one set of meaning that can be extracted from the passage? Does the passage reflect some particular aspect in the text? The character of some particular speaker? The nature of some particular context? And then you integrate into your answer your prefab comment module. The result is that you have an extremely impressive, a spectacular answer created largely by integrating, by merging prefab modules. The same is true of essay questions as well. You can prepare a prefab module to serve as the introductory paragraph of your essay. It should be impressive. It should catch the attention of the evaluator. It should create an indelible impression on his memory, on his mind. And it should be such that whatever be the subject matter of your essay, as long as the essay is from that particular text, the paragraph should serve as an excellent opening paragraph of the essay. Sometimes it can happen that you prepare an essay, you master it thoroughly, you memorize it completely, and then when you open your question paper, you find that you're extremely fortunate and that the question paper setter has asked you to write the essay. You just write it, that's all. This is somewhat like a mobile building. A mobile building is manufactured in a factory and transported to the site. Similarly, you don't have to spend a lot of time thinking over what is to be written, what is not to be written. You just write the essay prepared by you, mastered by you, memorized by you. As I often tell my students, not just history repeats itself. Historians repeat one another. And above all, question papers repeat one another. By studying the question papers of the previous years, you can identify the questions which are repeated, and you can prepare prefab modules for them. It can happen that sometimes it is not a prefab module which is used, but a mobile answer which is used. Whatever be the case, like a prefab building, A prefab module or a mobile answer saves a lot of time in the examination hall, ensures that you write your answer effectively, confidently, and fluently. There is no doubt that prefab is the master key that opens all doors. But you must remember that it is often said that the master key opens all doors, but the master key does not open all doors well, or or the master key does not open all doors easily. It is not enough that you create prefab modules. It is not enough that you master the modules. You must know how to merge the modules to create your answers. You must learn how to integrate the modules in order to create your answers. And you must know, you must learn how to manipulate the material that you have mastered. It is not always possible to use the material that you have collected, that you have prepared, that you have mastered without effecting the necessary changes. You must know, you must learn how to effect these necessary changes. If you can learn how to create prefab modules, how to assemble the modules, and how to effect the necessary changes during the examination, nothing can stop you. I tell you, nothing can stop you from performing brilliantly in your examination.